The old museum, Borroloola Museum. Stewie, you ever been here before?
What's the price?
Here we are, mate. It's the old cop station.
There you go. There's lots of good old stuff in here.
Ooh, yeah. There it is. Look at all this stuff.
Oh, look at the old saw.
Yes.
I would love one of the old saws at my place.
The old jacks.
That
That would have been the first of the bottle jacks, mate.
Ah.
Couple of can buttons there,
Hey, Mum's got one of these, you know, the full one.
Has she?
Yeah, an old one, same as that.
Oh, here we go. Now we're getting back in time.
Oh, Jase.
What do you got?
Boom. Leichhardt's Blaze, the tree.
With the big L. Wow, how'd they snaffle that?
Wow, that's a doozy.
Oh, that's out of control, isn't it? This section of the tree is believed to have been inscribed by the explorer Ludwig Leichhardt on September 1845. It was recovered from the banks of the Calvert River in 1988.
There you go. That is like the perfect blaze. That's a cracker.
That is a cracker. You can see that L, mate. You cannot mistake that.
No. I've got no idea what that is, but I tell you what, that's a serious pair of cutting devices.
What would you cut today? Tin?
I don't know.
You can't bolt cut anything with it.
Maybe cattle horns or something, maybe? Cut the horns off cows?
Maybe horse, maybe cow.
Yes, that's what it is.
Cow dog.
I'd say.
Oh, look at this is the stuff they found under the middle floor.
What?
Middle room. So they found this under the floor in the middle room.
In here.
Yeah.
The old pipes and all the old bits of
Yeah,
stuff.
and there's an
Old
old marble.
little tins.
See the buttons? That would have been buttons off a jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember those old butter knives?
Yeah.
My mum had one of them.
Did you?
They were gold. Shovel-nosed spear.
There's a good bit of history on the Macassans and stuff up here too that I was having to read.
That's from the islands.
Yeah. I reckon the early 1600s they came in and they brought like 1,000 men in with them driving for trepang. I didn't know they came in on that scale. Did you?
1,000 men.
1,000 men diving for
serious.
trepang, and then they drive it all out here and bag it all up and take it back and sell it to the Chinese.
So they were hanging out here like there was no tomorrow with the indigenous
Yeah, and they even had them work, some of them working for them.
in the 1600s.
Yes.
Long before any of
nuts.
the English rocked up.
Nuts.
That is nuts.
Imagine 1,000 dudes diving for trepang.
Oh,
The old sea slug.
wouldn't have lasted real long, would it? Mate.
Very cool place, buddy, very cool.
Hell of a story. We keep coming back to it, and the reason why we keep coming back to it is because it was only 76 years ago, but the thing with this, the little Eva story is this guy here survived against all odds.
Epic survival
Yeah,
story.
it was against all odds. Where the others perished, he survived, and is that his the conditioning of his body? But he probably would have been very similar. But I think it's in here.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it's in here, and that's why he survived.
Yeah.
And he went to live. He went on to live a full and eventful life, to have a family and see his parents again and all that sort of stuff. Whereas the other three, they perished. That's why we keep coming back to it, because it is a story of survival.
Epic.
Look at that, mate. It's the old dingo traps.
Yep.
Yep. And the police, says here, the police had the responsibility of collecting them.
There you go.
These are all saddle packs. I bet you they put these on maybe donkeys or horses or bullocks even, you know what I mean? Like there's some water cans that you put over the top. Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
A lot of cool stuff in here, mate.
There's
a lot of cool
an ear
stuff.
tagger there, there's little traps. There's some branding irons.
Let's go and find some old stuff of ourselves out in the bush.
The old cop station. Now, this was actually built in 1886. Can you believe? Like, that is a hell of a long time ago. And you can still see the lead head nails in places as well, but they did do a refurbish. They found things under the floorboards and all sorts of stuff. The thing about Borroloola is it has a lot of history and what created this town. Why did this town exist? And it existed because of the Macassan River. So they had the ability to get what they call a schooner, okay, which is not a beer, by the way, it's a boat, a small ship. They had the ability to get it up the Macassan River and unload supplies right here at the town of Borroloola. And by doing so, they were able to bring in all the gear, all the materials, the raw materials required to build something like this. And in Borroloola, this was one of the main buildings that they first built because the police had to create a law and order here because there was the indigenous and then there was the white pastoralists, and there was always that conflict because the indigenous didn't want them on their land and the pastoralists, well, they were coming in to, you know, make their mark here in Australia. Borroloola has some awesome history. If you ever get a chance, you come into this sleepy little town here in the Gulf of Northern Territory, check out the museum because you'll get a window into the past.
Next time, Grasshopper, it's time for the series finale. And the boys go big. An impressive new weapon hits the water.
Our paddles are working, sort of, kinda.
Join them for the adventure.